Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Cullivan, and today I'm going to read you a story called America, a Weaving. It's actually not a story, it's a poem. But before I start reading to you, I want to talk about the word weaving because I'm wondering if you even know what a weaving is. So a weaving is a way of making something and putting it together. You take small, either strips of material, small pieces of paper, or pieces of string, and you weave them together. And what that means is if you look here in the picture, the string, the one with the hands and the yellow string, they're going over one string and under another. Over and under, over and under, and over and under. Then the next row, they do it the opposite. Over, under, then over, and under, and over. And you can make designs or you can make material that can then be used for things like blankets. At the very top, you can see that's pieces of plastic that have been woven together. And I thought that was a good picture at the top because you can really see how the pieces go under and over and under and over. The different colors and the opposite rows go the opposite way. The picture on the left that has the wood and you see the weaving, that's called a loom. And the lady with the white thing on her head is also using a loom. And those are machines that help you do the weaving. It doesn't weave it for you, but it keeps all the strings in line to make it easier to weave in and out, in and out, in and out. And this woman at the bottom, she looks like she's making maybe a big blanket. There's a lot of strings there to weave in and out. And so that piece of wood that comes down keeps all the strings sort of separate. And here, it's a little kid. She's doing a weaving too, and she's using a loom as well. And you can see she used different kinds of material, purple ribbon, then white string, then peach colored ribbon, and now she's using a yellow piece of yarn to weave in and out. And this poem is called America, a Weaving, I think, because there's lots and lots of different colors and people and cultures and languages and different parts that make America wonderful. Right? That we have always been a country where we welcome people from other countries to come live here and be part of America. And we weave into each other's lives, right? Different cultures and different families, we weave in and we all become Americans together. That's just what I think. So let's read the poem, and we're going to be talking about a few different things. We watched a video already about poetry. We got some introductory information. We talked about stanzas, which are the different sections of a poem. We also talked about rhyme, which are words that rhyme that sort of sound the same at the end. We talked about rhythm, which is the beat of the poem. And when you read poetry, there's a little beat to it. And we talked about repetition, which lines that repeat. And we talked about imagery, where sometimes poets will use words in a way that we don't normally use them. So they might use them in a different way. And they also use words to help you imagine what you're reading in the poem. Taste, smell, hearing, sight, what it looks like. So you're going to use your senses in that imagery. Okay, so we'll read each page together and then we'll talk about the different components of poetry that we see in this poem, America, a Weaving. Here it is. It says, America, a Weaving by Bobby Katz. Have you ever seen a weaving with colors woven through it? Different colors all together, making beauty as they do it. So there were two rhyming sentences in there, although the words are the same, but the poet was using that because they rhyme. With colors woven through it, making beauty as they do it. So they both ended in it, right? And it said, have you ever seen a weaving with colors woven through it? So we looked at that, how all the different colors are woven together. The different colors all together make beauty as they do it. So when those colors are woven together, it makes something beautiful, which is exactly what Miss Cullivan was saying about America. We have lots of different colored people, and we have lots of different cultures and lots of different people who look different and celebrate different and speak different. But when we all come together, it's a beautiful place to live, isn't it? I think it is. Okay, let's go to the next stanza. Could a country be a weaving, different tongues, different faces, people coming, always coming from so many different places? So that's one stanza. I'm going to stop there. I heard two rhyming words. Let me read it again. Could a country be a weaving, different tongues, different faces, people coming, always coming from so many different places? Did you find the rhyming words in there? I did. Faces, Miss Colvin's going to highlight it yellow for you. Faces and places. Those two words rhyme. Did you find a repetition of a word? I did too. People coming, always coming. Now let's listen to the beat. Could a country be a weaving, different tongues, different faces, people coming, always coming from so many different places? Do you see some of the words that I kind of added in a little extra beat? Could a country be a weaving, different tongues, different faces, people coming, always coming from so many different places? So I had a little beat to that, right? Good. People bringing, always bringing special foods and special things. So there was that repetition again, boys and girls, where the poet repeated bringing both times. All right, let's go on. We'll talk about that. That stanza kind of sounded the same way as Miss Colvin was saying, is could a country be a weaving with different tongues? Ah, you know what? That's a little bit of imagery there. Is that different tongues? What do you think he was meaning by that? Different languages, right? He didn't say different languages, but we speak with our mouths and our tongues, right? Different tongues, different faces. What do you think that means? Yeah, everybody's always looks a little bit different, right? Different tongues, different faces, people coming, always coming from so many different places. People bringing, always bringing special foods and special things. It's true that people from other countries, they bring their special foods and special things with them when they move to the United States. And then we get to share in those things. Sushi, chili, spring rolls, curry, enchiladas, lamb kebabs. Different dances, different rhythms, different songs that they are singing. America, America, a never-ending weaving, a never-ending blending that embraces all who come. Let's do it one more time. Sushi, chili, spring rolls, curry, enchiladas, lamb kebabs. Different dances, different rhythms, different songs that they are singing. America, America, a never-ending weaving, a never-ending blending that embraces all who come. So I heard a little rhythm in that one when I was reading it. Sushi, chili, spring rolls, curry, enchiladas, and lamb kebabs. Different dances, different rhythms, different songs that they are singing. America, America, a never-ending weaving, a never-ending blending that embraces all who come. I didn't hear any rhyming words in this one, did you? No, but I did see some repetition. The poet chose to repeat some words, right? Do you remember those words that the poet repeated? Different, different dances, different rhythms, different songs, right? Then he also repeated America, America. And he also repeated a never-ending weaving, a never-ending blending. He used a lot of words with ing on this page too. Never-ending blending, right? That's kind of fun to say. So sushi, chili, spring rolls, curry, enchiladas, lamb kebabs. Boys and girls, those are all different kinds of foods from all different kinds of cultures that we eat here in the United States all the time, right? We also see different dances. We hear different rhythms from the different kinds of music and different songs that people are singing, right? Let's move on. We all contribute to this country built by those who came before. We're connected to that weaving, bit by bit, then more and more. We buy blue jeans, we make pizza, we eat hot dogs on soft buns. We speak the English language, and we speak our native tongues. I heard some rhyming words in that one. Let's listen again. I'll read it one more time, and you listen for the rhyming words. We all contribute to this country, built by those who came before. We're connected to that weaving, bit by bit, then more and more. Do you hear rhyming words in there? I do. Before and more. I'm going to underline it that time. It's a little bit dark, hard to see. We buy blue jeans. We make pizza. We eat hot dogs on soft buns. We speak the English language, and we speak our native tongues. Hear anybody rhyme in that one? It's not a great rhyme, but I think buns and tongues is kind of rhyme. It's not a great one though. So it says we all contribute to this country, right? We all give something, we all bring something to this country, built by those who came before. We know that people lived here before we were born. We're connected to that weaving bit by bit, then more and more. We buy blue jeans, we make pizza, we eat hot dogs on soft buns, we speak the English language, and we speak our native tongues. And that's true, especially in our classroom, right? Lots of us speak English, but we also speak another language at home, right? That's your native tongue, especially for your mom and dad and your grandmas who might have lived in another country. You boys and girls most likely were born here in the United States, most of you. Some of you know, but your native tongue is where your family was from. All right, ready? Watch us play baseball, see us jumping double dutch. We work, we play, we study, learning, oh so much. We become part of the weaving, bit by bit, then more and more. We are blending with the blending made by those who came before. America, America, a never-ending weaving, a never-ending blending that embraces everyone. I'm going to read this one more time. Okay, sorry, just have an itch. Here we go. Watch us play baseball, see us jumping double dutch. We work, we play, we study, learning, oh so much. We become part of the weaving, bit by bit, then more and more. We are blending with the blending made by those who come before. America, America, a never-ending weaving, a never-ending blending that embraces everyone. Whew, there's a lot to talk about on this page. Rhyming words first. Watch us play baseball, see us jumping double dutch. We work, we play, we study, learning, oh so much. Where are the rhyming words in that stanza, boys and girls? Dutch and much. See us jumping double dutch, learning, oh so much. Very good. Now, there was also some rhyming words. Not rhyming words. There was some repetition in this. There was repetition where the words were repeated in the stanza, but also some of these lines were repeated from another stanza we read before. Do you remember any of that? We become part of the weaving, bit by bit, then more and more. America, America, a never-ending weaving, a never-ending blending that embraces everyone. Do you remember hearing that? Do you remember the sentence when they said, made by those who came before? That was another one. And the poet repeated America, America, bit by bit, more and more, learning, learning. Even this sentence up here, boys and girls, I'm going to highlight it orange. We work, we play, we study. He repeated the word we. Little we work, we play, we study. Add a little rhythm there, right? Very good. All right. So we're going to end this video now, but we're going to get together and we are going to compare the language that we read in Apple Pie 4th of July and America a Weaving. Now remember I told you that sometimes in poetry, the poet or the author will use words in a different way, okay? And they don't exactly mean what they say. And in Apple Pie 4th of July, they pretty much all the words mean exactly what they say. But in the poem, they use some other ones. So we're going to look and see if we can find those. So thanks for listening, boys and girls. You did a great job, and I'll see you soon.